Oh, what's up there, folks? Let's do something different today. Maybe this will be the start of a new series, Better Commander Rates. Listen, if you have some kind of hearing impediment, I said rates, okay? I'm rating the cards, man. I'm not going to rake. I don't eat grapes, dude. It's rate. And if you're looking for a pure synergy or power rating, you've come to the wrong place, dude. But don't leave yet. Hang on. We're banging on the art. We're cracking wise. And for 25 bucks, I'll consider raking your yard. Just kidding, dude. I don't want to do that. These are basically Secret Lair reject cards in the list slot. I looked at where to get these, but you know, Wizards likes to obfuscate where they're going to put these cards. Apparently they're in the list slot and set boosters, and they're also going to be in collector boosters. I don't know what slot they're in there. Alright, let's start with this little hunky guy over here. You've come to the pinnacle of Magic the Gathering cards, the Lord of Atlantis. 2 blue mana for a 2/2 that buffs your other merfolk and gives them Island Walk. Some of the most useful little merfolk make things islands or put flood counters on things, stuff like that. This guy's a merfolk staple, but you know what? He's not in the main set. So what do we think about this art? Well, I'm a little dubious, man. This fella doesn't have the gravity of the limited edition alpha art. That's right, this card's been around since the beginning. You could tell he was a dangerous dude back then because of his very design, with the bright warning colors telling you to stay away, man. This guy's got a motorcycle, he's going to take your daughter for a ride. The Lord of Atlantis was a bad dude. This little guy's a little bland. Honestly, he's just a little confused looking, I guess. I rated an E for Ethel Merman. Oh man, look at this handsome little twink. You got Malcolm, the keen-eyed navigator out there. He's making a return, a triumphant return if you ask me. Malcolm's kind of a strange card. One would think that it's pirate tribal only card, but he's a pirate himself, you know what I mean? If you need to reliably create treasures or reliably create a token every turn, an evasive flyer that's fairly efficient and can pay for himself in a few attack phases is pretty decent. This is pretty decent rampant blue if you ask me, brother. The full art here is pretty nice. It's definitely a beautiful piece of art, man. Guy has crazy arm wings too, man. I want to buy a pair of those. This fella defies physics with those arm wings. I'm going to get me some. I'm going to hollow out my damn bones, dude. That's becoming a bird, and that's better commander, dude. I rate this card as 69 out of 99 forearm wings. Here we go, dude. Bridge from below my toilet gets the full art treatment. Now, as an amateur engineer, I don't think a bridge made of dudes would work, but I'm willing to give anything a try. This helical bridge is a pretty mid-card commander. There are a ton of hoops you need to go through to get this online, and the payoff is a stupid zombie. It's not fantastic. This is a neat Q card that's probably a D for dude bridge. I don't know if I would buy this. I like the art though. Here he is, my bald brother in the Bald Brotherhood, the Methodos Vampire. It's a neat old card with a ton of lore behind it. Played a pretty pivotal part in the story of Geth and some of the Phyrexians. This new art carries on the tradition of a bald guy with no hands. He's just got praying mantis claws, man. I'm going to upgrade that too when I hollow out my bones. It's an interesting old card. Probably doesn't make the cut in a ton of commander decks. Neat card to have in a collection, but ultimately disappointing on the battlefield. This guy gets 4 stars and a greasy slap across the haunches. Now we got a real winner, the Pitiless Plunderer. This is an amazing card that combos with sacrifice outlets and some self-recurring creatures. I don't understand why this guy is tormenting a dang skeleton in the night, dude. It sounds felonious to me, but this guy comes in at uncommon. You know, Wizards is so opaque with where you can actually get these cards. I have no idea if an uncommon will be easier to pull than a mythic with the special guest cards. Whatever, man. I prefer the grounded old Pitiless Plunderer, man. But this guy is getting 2 reprints in this set, so pick your poison. I can tell you this may be a good opportunity to pick up this expensive card for a little cheaper than usual. I don't know if you noticed, but Better Commander is usually focused on price of cards, getting cards pretty cheap, getting in there and getting your dope little cards for the cheapest you could possibly get it, brother. I'm going to rate this art on this card a 10 out of 10 purple orbs. Listen, man, I went down to the DMV today. Everybody's clamoring for a reprint of Breaches. Well, he's back. He's got a golden sword. It's pretty impractical, man, but that's a goblin for you. This version of Breaches is a little older. He looks a little low testosterone, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, man, neat card. It's like a dime. It's neat in a pirate deck or a play from exile deck. Pirates are getting some support in this set. I rate Breaches 12 peaches. Dargo, man. This guy used to come in the bar that I worked at. His name was Dargo. It's a really neat card in a sacrifice deck or a treasure-oriented deck. Pretty powerful card that can be a 7/5 with trample for 1 red mana pretty easily. This art is dope, dude. Looks like you just got back from Woodstock 1999. I was there, brother. I saw the riots go down. I didn't wreck any ships or anything, but I wrecked some Chinese food. I'll tell you what, Dargo is rated 14 lobster rolls. Alright, now we come to an actual good card, the Rampaging Feradon. This card's fantastic. There's a reason this is $7, dude. This hoses life gain decks, but more importantly, hoses token decks and recursion combos. It's also an efficient little beater for 3 mana with Menace. This guy got some new art, alright? He's a dinosaur, he's got a hat on. Which begs the question, how did he afford custom-made armor? Who made this? Why does he want it? Is it fashion? Is it practicality? Nobody's ever going to know because dinosaurs never existed, dude. They're a conspiracy theory concocted to make us question the Bible, brother. But that was a conspiracy theory concocted to make us to give our gold to some old dudes. There you go. This is an A+ card, man. Pick it up if it gets cheap. Now this is what I'm talking about. Look at this beautiful Underworld Breach. This is the first reasonable reprint since Theros Beyond Death, and I would dare say this art is superior to the original. I like the ladies running around at the bottom of the art here, dude, especially the lady in the bottom left. She got her hands over her head just running screaming from the abomination in the center, which kind of describes the story of my entire college dating career. This is another A+ card, man. Central and tons of combo decks, and generally a pretty neat card. Carnage Tyrant, are you kidding me? Are you joking with me here? He's back with He-Man style battle armor. I've looked at this card before, but it's gotten quite pricey. You can't really put it in budget decks because it was like $10. It's a great card to have if you're relying on keywords, which is something that's come up recently, or just as an efficient beater. Trample and hexproof, this dinosaur is stacked, brother. I don't know why the artist chose to make him a chubby little pot-bellied pig of a dinosaur, but that's the life we're living with this card, man. Sometimes dinosaurs eat too many villagers and they get fat, dude. This guy is an 1100 because that's how many pounds he weighs. Volta Primal Hunger. Look at this Chad, dude. Sometimes I get woken up in the middle of the night by the Primal Hunger, dude. I go downstairs and eat about 12 bowls of cereal. Galta's like a $2 card due to being reprinted about 1,000 times, but it is a really big beater that can be cheated out for 2 mana in the right deck. I've never cast old Galta for full price, man. This art is fine. It's really well done, but Galta kind of lost some of his luster, I guess. I'm curious to see what this ends up costing. If it's a $2 card, I may pick one up just for some decks, man. This is 4 out of 4 Galtas for sure. Now, Polyraptor is a combo machine that's $30 or so for the cheapest version. If you need a Polyraptor, watch the price on this one, man. I don't know if it's going to go down too much, but it's a great card. I don't understand what's going on in this art, dude. It looks like a Polyraptor's laying down on the shoreline while another submerged upside down Polyraptor sniffs a turtle. I mean, honestly, I think it's probably supposed to be the reflection, but this is a great reprint, perplexing art. I rate this infinite Polyraptors, cheeky buggers that they are. Uh-oh, look out, Star Compass reprint. Oh great, just take a dump on my face, dude. I rate this art a 0 out of 10, and that's being generous, man. It's supposed to be the Mayan calendar, which said we were gonna all die in 2012. Look, nobody died. Calamax, we call him Calistax around here, he's back. Looks like he's having a medical problem. Looks like a premature dinosaur with a couple birth defects, dude. What happened in this art, man? Looks like a mutant turtle, but not the good kind that live with their rat dad in the sewers. Calamax is a neat card that's 35 cents. I rate this lightning. Kadoosh. Lord Windrace. Take a look at this art, dude. Just take a second. Calm down for a second, alright? Half of Magic the Gathering is driving the furries crazy. And Lord Windrace, he's the hunkiest cat. He's getting them all sweaty. This guy needs to stop blasting his back and hit the biceps, brothers. Looking a little small there. Do a couple curls. I will say this. Never mess with a cat that has a neck like that, dude. That dude's done some wrestling in his day. Competent, Deadly Lands Matter Commander with some gorgeous new art. 10 out of 10 cat scratches. Uh-oh, man, it's another kitty cat. The Weatherlight Duelist makes an appearance. I like this art, man. It looks pretty menacing. It's taken from the point of view of a guy she's just stepping on, which is probably somebody's jam. Somebody's out there looking at that. This is a powerhouse in a Voltron deck. I've always loved this card. $20 at one point. Unfortunately, recently cratered by a Commander Masters reprint. Let's get another reprint out there, Wizards. Great job. Nice looking card that's now about $2. Gold Star. Reprint everything in the dust, my dude. This is another A+ card. Rating it, I'm just rating it an A+, brother. Finally, coming to Thrasios. I did a short video on this guy. Looks like the Simon Cowell of merfolk out there. Too much plastic surgery, my boy. He's got a bloaty face now. He's still beautiful, though. This card has been pricey forever. Because of its incredible utility, this is a tremendous reprint. This guy's a hot fish, man. I can get behind that. Fish have often been depicted as stinky, slippery little dudes who live in the water, but they can be buffed too, alright? This guy can rate a 45-pound plate. And lastly, we have 7 colors of Manac Crypt. Personally, I think the art looks like doo-doo on this. It doesn't really look like anything. It doesn't look like a Manac Crypt. But apparently this is going to be, you know, a $200 card, I guess, man. People will be happy to open this regardless of the fact that it looks so funky. I rate Manac Crypt Ixalan Style 69,420 coin flip with all the coins I can get my hands on. I think it's kind of garbage, man. I'd rather just proxy it. So that's all the special guest cards. What do you think about this, man? I think it's just another thing, you know. It's like, oh, we got another thing, you know. We got the bling bling cards, we got the flip floop floopity doop cards, we got the bang bang cards, we got the bong bong cards. So hopefully this is the first in a long line of videos in the Better Commander Rates series. I'm expanding the universe, brother. I hope you enjoyed it, sitting up on your high horse over there, judging me, judging the eddies and swirls of the universe, dude. I know you can't help it. You're just a dude up on a hill, trying to decide which way to roll down. This is Nicky G from Better Commander, signing off.